Okay, you guys, I'm going to call our meeting of February 23rd to order. At this meeting, the commission will hold hearings on notice of intent, requests for determinations. The commission will also be voting on decisions taking other business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I think Ann and
Oh, yeah,
Bob were speaking.
sorry.
Okay, no hearing times have been assigned to the specific agenda items, and the commission will take them in the order they are listed. Discussion and action items may be taken up at any time. According with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order, suspending provisions of the open meeting law, we are conducting this meeting online. Commission welcomes participation in the meeting by the applicants and general public. Attending the meeting tonight are 6 Conservation Commission members: Eric Farley, Margaret Wheeler, Jim Gazzo, Ian Jeffries, Noel Donovan, and Peter Mahler, and the Conservation Resource Planner, Matt Salem. The meeting is being recorded by Westford Cable Access TV. We respectfully ask that everyone mute their computer microphones and phones when not used to avoid unnecessary noise during the meeting. This is an open meeting, so for all panelists who have access to the chat panel, please only use chat for technical issues related to the video conferencing. I should say audio conferencing, since we don't have video. The commission will proceed by opening the agenda items, having the applicant or their representative present the project, or if previously opened in a public meeting, they will provide a brief summary of the project. Commission and staff will follow with questions, and then we'll open up to the public for questions and comments. At this point, if you wish to participate, you will raise your hand and your microphone will be unmuted for you to participate. That still works, but due to the limitations of the platform, attendees that are accessing the meeting via the telephone number at the top of the agenda will be able to listen to the proceedings and will not be able to contribute. Please access the video conference via the link on the agenda, even if you do not have a webcam to participate. Okay, I'm going to take a roll call. Eric?
Here.
Ian?
Here.
Jim?
Here.
Margaret?
Here.
Noel?
Here.
And Peter here. Okay, our first agenda is open forum. Any commission members have anything for open forum?
I do it, Peter.
Hey, Jim.
I just want to make sure we add back to the discussion and action items, the Sycamore Road, Cypress Road tree replacement.
Yep.
Somehow it got dropped off.
Yep. We'll be back on the next meeting. Anything else from commission members? Anything from the audience out there? I know there was one attendee. Nothing, Matt?
Not seeing it, Mr. Chair.
All right. We'll just move on to our first agenda item, which is a continuation of a public hearing and issue order conditions for Hogland 30 Magnolia Drive. They have requested a continuance without discussion to March 9th, 2022. Can I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Eric?
Yes.
Margaret?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
Noel?
Yes.
And Peter, yes. Okay, on to the discussion items. Grassy Pond Conservation Land is a 50% design plan. You guys all should have received a copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any comments? Matt, I couldn't see where they were going to take down any trees. They were protecting a bunch of them.
Yeah, I spoke with, if I may, Mr. Chair, I spoke with Assistant Town Engineer Jeremy Downs today, just kind of following up because they have done some outreach over the last couple weeks, or at least since the commission's last meeting. They went before the Pedestrian Safety Committee last week, I think in a virtual forum, and was generally well received with positive feedback. Additionally, Town Engineer Paul Starrett went before the Select Board last night, and additionally, positive feedback on the design, and it's certain the town board certainly see the need for this. And speaking with Jeremy, it's going to be a meandering path, meandering sidewalk, trying to avoid as much tree removal as possible. So that's why, it's not right up against the travel lane, and as there are, some significant trees on that area. So yeah, I don't know. The goal is to avoid the trees.
Right. Okay. Commission members have any comments on this?
I have one. On sheet 4 of 34, where it shows the project ending right around the vicinity of the entranceway to Grassy Pond parking lot. One thing they don't mention is the 2 Grassy Pond signs that are there. We want to have those preserved. If they have to move them a little bit, that's fine, but they both have to be preserved.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jim. I will certainly pass that along to engineering.
Any other comments to the commission members? Okay, seeing none. We have minutes from January 12th, 2022. Commission members have a chance to review and comment on it.
Yes, Peter, I did, and I sent the my comments to Matt. In most cases, it was clarification on January 12th, where for the Kloppenburg Trail, Anoop wanted to gift his extra funds to the commission, and I thought it was important that we record that he needed to bring that to the select board, because that's the body that can vote to accept the gift. You know, it's not something that we can do on our own.
Right.
And then under the bat boxes, one of the things that came up in the discussion that I think should be noted in the minutes is that a portion of the location where the bat boxes may be is within 100 feet of the wetlands. And if that's where for some reason we decide it would be a good place to put the bat boxes, and that kind of brings up the issue of, does the work need some type of a filing since it's in a jurisdictional area? No, but it just is to note that the location, part of the location where they're looking to put the bat boxes is within 100 feet of wetlands. So that needs to be taken into account when moving forward.
So, Mr. Chair, I did receive Margaret's comments. I had an opportunity to kind of put in some actual or work on some actual language. So at the end of the first paragraph under the request for certificate of compliance for Anoop on the Kloppenburg Trail, I had Salem stated the request will be brought to the select board to vote to accept the gift. And then in the section under the bat boxes on the fourth line at the end of the sentence, I started a new sentence with the potential area may be within 100 feet of a jurisdictional wetland and may require filing with the commission if the commission so finds those amendments acceptable.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, I wasn't at this meeting, but in the previous bat boxes we've put up, 3 out of the 4 of them are within 100 feet of a wetlands, and we didn't require any filing, so we waived it.
So you mean, Peter, in another location in town where bat boxes were installed, we've already kind of, we've crossed this bridge.
Yeah, so we have two down on the Emmett land. One is by the pond, and the other is there's a marshland over off Texas Road, and both of those bat boxes are probably within 50 feet of the wetland. I would say probably around the 50 foot. And the same up at East Boston Camps. We have 2 up at East Boston Camps. One is within 100 feet, the other isn't. So.
And Peter, in those cases, did they actually have to drill and install a post to mount the bat box?
Yes, yeah, they put poles in.
Okay, so
at least on 2 of them, I know we did. I'm not sure about one of them at EBC. It's probably the one that's outside the buffer. So, but yeah, we did put poles in on the 2 down at the EBC, and it's just, you know, it's just a hand dug with a hand thing, and they go in. They're not cemented in or anything. So.
Okay, so it's very comfortable, because, you know, a lot of times, you know, we tell property owners that they need to do stuff, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, that we're following the same thing we make somebody else follow.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Okay, so can I have a motion to accept the minutes from January 12th as amended?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, Eric,
Yes.
Margaret,
Yes,
Ian,
Yes.
Noel,
Yes.
and Jim.
Yes.
And Peter abstained since I wasn't there. Okay, we'll move on to meeting minutes from January 26, 2022. Do we have any amendments or changes from the commission members?
Mr. Chair, Margaret also had comments on that, and if I can, one of them was on the second line of page 2, or sorry, on page 2, the second line of the appointment with the Agricultural Commission. It changed it to read into the area behind the auxiliary structures of the community garden, clarifying the position where the request was for. And then secondly, at the bottom of page 2, with the discussion item of meeting start time change, I added a second sentence or third sentence to say the new start time would go into effect with the February 23rd, 2022 meeting tonight.
Any other changes?
If the commission has any other ones, I'd.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, Eric,
Yes.
Margaret,
yes,
Ian,
Yes.
Noel,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
and Peter, yes. Okay, that's it, believe it or not. So can I have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
second,
All in favor, Eric,
Yes.
Margaret,
yes,
Ian,
Yes.
Noel,
Yes.
and Jim,
Yes.
and Peter, yes. Okay, you guys, we'll see you in a couple of weeks in person.
Hey, that was a
Yay.
13-minute meeting.
I
That was
know.
excellent.
I know, right, exactly.
We should do this more often.